Yo, what's up, y'all? Today I'm coming to you with a video about how to set up animated stage portraits for IKEMEN if you are using the, of course, animated stage portrait feature that the game engine does offer. I'm just going to quickly show y'all how to do that. I've had a lot of people reach out asking me how I set up mine, so I'm just going to show y'all how I do it real quick. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Of course, you're going to need Fighter Factory 3, and that's what I use there. And of course, Photoshop, I use CS6. You can use whatever one you want. And then, of course, Notepad or Notepad++. And today I'll be setting up, as you can see here, animated portraits for Demon Shrine by MateroG. Shout out to MateroG, of course. Always a great, great, great stage creator. Love everything they put out. So keep up at it, man. Love to see everything you do. Hope to see you release more stuff soon. And here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and launch my IKEMEN here. And I'm just going to go over to practice real quick. Just so y'all can see with these two. And as you can see there, Demon Shrine, no animated portrait, no portraits whatsoever. To another stage, got portraits there. So we're going to have to add that portrait. So we're going to have to pick this stage and make sure, of course, you have the stages .def open in Notepad or whatever you like to use. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. I like to, first things first, up the zoom if there is any zoom compatibility with the stage. Just match the zoom in for the zoom out, just for picture purposes, and go ahead and save that. We're going to go back in the game and do Shift F4. That'll reload the fight. As you can see now, the stage is zoomed out. And from here, I'm just going to do Control Alt and 1, and then Control Alt 2, get rid of the characters, and then Control L for life bars. At this point, I'm just going to press F12, get a couple screenshots of the empty stage. I like to go to about 10, so we're just going to smash out 10 real quick. Alright, so that's 10, as you can see right here in my IKEMEN folder. So at this point, you can go ahead and close out the stage. You're not going to need the game for any longer at this point. Go ahead and make sure you fix the zoom in and save that. And you can just bring this, on down to the bottom where we'll be adding an animation later. So next thing we're going to be doing, I have a dedicated spot for stage portraits. You can put them wherever you want. And at this point, you'll need Photoshop. And I like to do batch actions. If you don't know how to do those or automate things, I will put a link to a tutorial, the one that I followed on how to set these up. You'll just follow that. And essentially all you want to do is record yourself opening the image, and you'll want to do image size and take the width. That's going to be 240 and the height 100. Press OK. It's going to shrink that on down. And you can just save as. I'm not going to save it right now because I'm going to run a batch to just have that go much quicker. And as you can see with the batch, go to automate. I've already got everything set up here. So this is going to automatically shrink down whatever pictures I have in this folder, which is why I've got the dedicated folder there. So we'll do that. And bam, as you can see, all the images are now shrank. If I hover over it, dimensions 240 by 100, they're all shrank down now. So super easy. And we're going to go on over to Fighter Factory, hit sprites at the top, open, and just go ahead and navigate over to your stage. And of course, in this point, we're going to be using Demon Shrine. So open that. Here is the SFF for that. We're going to just scoot on over to the end of the file. And at this point, I like to switch the SFF version over to 1.1. Let's go ahead and hit OK. And of course, since we're using IKEMEN, it's not going to cause any issues there. This is just because the pictures there are not indexed, so leaving them anywhere else will cause issues since there's no palette attached to those images. And then of course you're going to want to start the group off at 9,000 with an index of 1. That's where you'll start off your animation. You could name this whatever you want. I like to use 9001 just to keep things uniform and easy, and that of course will number the rest of them once you get them added into Fighter Factory. So starting at the first one, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All 10 pictures. We're going to go ahead and save that. And of course, as I said, make sure you click for MUGEN 1.1 and go ahead and navigate over to that stage's SFF one more time. Save over that, and bam, now you've got your 10 pictures in there that are going to act as the animation on the select screen. So next, we're going to write our animation. So begin action as you would for animations. And if you don't know what number to put there, in all of my system.def files that I do for my IKEMEN edited screen packs, I like to try to label everything and keep a straightforward number, usually the same one. So once you open that, you can actually control F and find stage portraits, and it'll jump you right here to this section here. And this line is the one that's relevant to us right now. I like to keep this at 7861. You can make it whatever you want. But I personally, for all my screen packs, if you download any of my screen packs, it's going to be 7861. If you want to change that to anything else, just open the system.def and change this line. You can change it to whatever you want. Just make sure the action in your stage.def is going to match that. So in this case, it's 7861. And so for the sprites, it's going to be 9001. Going to do 0, 0, because that's the location of the sprite. Just want that to sit on axis 0, 0. And we're going to do 6. Oops. Because I just like to have it there for 6 ticks, and then that'll be 10. So of course, if you want, you could just copy paste, or if you're in Notepad++, do Control D and just mash it until you get 10. And once you've got about 10 there, of course, all you're gonna do is just renumber these 4 all the way up to 10. Oh, look at that, perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and save, Control S, and you're gonna go ahead and go back on over to IKEMEN, boot that on up. And of course, if you have a slightly larger roster like I do, it can take just a few moments to load. So of course, just be patient. But once everything is loaded up there and you have everything saved, all you got to do is, of course, go to a mode that allows you to select the stage you're fighting on. And bam, Demon Shrine animated portrait. And it's going, of course, it's got a little flickering at that loop point there. It's not meant to be a perfect loop. It's literally just a picture of the stage in action showing you what you're fighting. And pretty much, yeah, that's exactly what I do for all of my animated portraits. If you just want one single picture and not have them animated, all you got to do is everything I just did, except instead of taking 10 screenshots, just take one. And really, all you'll have to do is you can delete that and you'll just make this -1. And you can save there. Bam, there's your stagnant image here. I'll relaunch IKEMEN for you just to show you that that is pretty much the only difference. So all you'd have to do is just take that one picture and have 9001. Everything after that does not matter. And just have that sitting there. Boot your game on back up. Go here. Gonna pick our characters, and bam, as you can see, it's no longer animated, just a single image. So if you prefer a single image rather than animated image, that's how you do that. It's just as simple and easy. Just make sure, of course, you keep those coordinates pretty much the same, or excuse me, the dimensions the exact same on those pictures, which is 240 by 100. And then at that point, if you want these pictures to be a different scale or anything, you can just adjust that right here in the system.def. There's stage portrait scale, you know, the animations, all that good stuff. You can just adjust via code, so you don't even have to do much else with the picture. But yeah, that's exactly all I do. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day.